Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Jerrimanji. I'm Jungle Jerry. This is actually Tiki 71, and today I'm going to show you how to pot up Trachycarpus Fortunei or Windmill Palm seedlings into 1-gallon pots. Very, very cold hardy palm once they're established in the ground. Good down to about 5 degrees with minimal protection. And then if you get colder, you can give them extra protection. But a great palm, today I'm going to show you how I do it. So the basic mix we're going to use, I use moisture control potting soil, pine bark mulch or nuggets if you can get it, and perlite. The mix on this between pine bark mulch and the potting soil is about a 60-40 mix, and then I'm going to throw in some extra perlite, and I've actually got some compost up here in my pull behind wheelbarrow that I'll mix in as well. And because I'm using the pine bark mulch and it can tend to break down and rob the nitrogen in the soil, I'm going to mix in some slow release Osmocote style fertilizer. So first I'm going to throw the moisture control potting mix in. Next thing I want to do, this thing can clot up, so I want to break some of this stuff up here. Get it all broke up. You can see it doesn't have a whole lot of perlite in it, so we're going to fix that here in just a minute. But now I'm going to put the pine bark mulch in. That's about the mix that I like. Like I said, about a 60-40 mix of this stuff. Next up is the perlite. I'm doing it like this so you get a visual representation of how much that I use. I'll kind of fill the gap in between and then just a little bit extra on both areas. It's going to have good drainage. Next up is the slow release fertilizer. Shake some of this in. I'll shake it a couple of times. Just do a little top level here and then mix it up, throw a little bit more in. What we don't want is the nitrogen to be robbed by the breakdown of the pine bark mulch. And since this stuff is slow release, it'll really help with that. Now for the fun part, we give it the old mixa. I'm going to mix this stuff all together here. Now that I've got those components kind of mixed together, I'm just going to take a couple of handfuls of compost and throw in here. If you'd like to know how I make compost fast, I've actually got a video on that I'll put up here. It's called Drunken Composting. So now I'm going to mix all of this in. I highly recommend get you some good work gloves because you really don't want pine bark splinters going up your fingernails. I just shook a little more of that slow release fertilizer. And really and truly, I want some more pine bark chunk to it, so I'm going to throw a little bit more of this stuff in. And mix her in. So here is our rendered product, all put together. Good mix of everything in here. What I'm going to do now is just throw some in the old pot. I don't want it too high, but I don't want it too deep. A little mix there. So now I'm just going to check these roots and give it a little push on each side. Knock out any of the grass that might be growing in there. And these roots are pretty resilient, but do be careful. They should come right out. There we go. Look at there. This has been growing since March from seed. It started sprouting. I planted it in January and it started sprouting in March, and then I got them potted up once I had a little leaf strap on them. Doing pretty good there. And so now what we're going to do is we're just going to set it right down in here. Take a little bit out. There we go. Now we're just going to fill in around here. Kind of pack it in. You don't have to pack it super tight, but you do want to make sure there's not any gaping air pockets here. We're going to water this in a couple of times. The other thing you want to make sure of is that you don't pot it up too high. Wherever that soil is, try to keep it right there. That way you don't choke it out. There we go. Just as easy as that, folks. Windmill Palm up to a 1-gallon pot. Time to give her a drinky drink. And for this part, I like to do it in the shade. That way the sun's not, the little water droplets will actually cause burn spots. They act like magnifying glasses on your leaves. So if you can avoid, give me a little water hose here, there we go. If you can avoid watering stuff in the direct sunlight, you'll keep your leaves from scorching. So I'm going to water it. I'm going to let the water go down. You're going to see a little bubbling and stuff like that, taking the air pockets out. And then here in just a minute or so, I'm going to come back and we're going to water it again. Well, one down, about 850 more to go. Guys, we appreciate you watching. If you have any questions at all, post them down in the comments below, and I will have links down below as well to the pots and all this stuff and all kinds of other gardening stuff on our Amazon page. It's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any extra. We get a small commission. I think in a couple of months we've made maybe 40 bucks off of it, but it does help the channel out a little bit, helps me buy some more stuff so that I can bring you videos and content. We appreciate it. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button and clicking the bell notification, you'll know when we upload new videos as well. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.